Okay, so this is the video where I'm going to record me working on a site, and hopefully it doesn't all go over your head. Instead it's like, oh Andrew, this is such a no-brainer, maybe I can work on these for you. So I'm going to go to CMS Commander, open up the site, close the other stuff I was working on. CMS Commander, so I'm going to go to the site. Right here, it's this one here. Howard Lopez is a what do you call it, concert pianist who gets hired to do private events, and I'm doing a website for him. Howard Lopez. So the client's given me a bunch of testimonials for his site, plus also some text for his site, plus a few images. So I've already gotten started to a degree. I was just working on the testimonials page, which he actually calls customers. So I'll just view it really quick. I'll show you the status of that. So I've put in the testimonials here from the Word doc provided. I think it looks okay to me. And then this is the, how do you put this? This is his text. So if I open up his website, this is what he wanted on his customers page. So they gave me this text. Basically, by virtue of this video, I'm imagining that you're sitting over my shoulder and it's like a day in the life of Andrew. So what I'm hoping is you look at it and you're like, man, any monkey can do the work he does. And then you might say, Andrew, I'll help you with it. And then, you know, make some money. We'll share the money. So there's his text. Then they want his signature, which I don't have an image of, but I won't panic over that for now. An image of Howard solo at a grand piano. Okay, so, and then some of the happy campers, and then the image of the trio, and then the contact info. So, first, it looks like this sort of side kind of centered text. This was stupid the way I set it up, so I'm going to edit this page. And this editor, this page editor, this website has a pretty good page editor. You'll see that it sort of has these columns that kind of reflect the way things are going to get laid out. I'm going to get rid of this column and make this one a half column. No, maybe I'll make this 1/3. Oops. If I stretch that to make it 1/3, 1 to 1. Keep clicking here till it says 1/3. No, I want 2/3. Sorry, I'm being stupid. I wanted to take up most of the page. So 2/3 is right there. And then obviously the matching twin to 2/3 to get it to fit on one row is 1/3. So I just click that and reduce that, and now it's 1/3. Now I'm going to check my image directory for this job and see if I have the images he's looking for me to add. He wants me to add an image of him playing solo at a piano and maybe an image of a trio performing. Let's see what I've got. That's with the white tux. Do I have an image of him in a white tux? I don't. I think this is one of his better images, so I'm not going to put it on the customer page. We don't have a lot of good images for this poor bloke. So, maybe I'll use this image for now. And if I change my mind later, I change my mind later. So I'm going to locate that image. I'll include it for now. Let's go here. I'm going to add a content element into this box. Image. There's a media element. It's not a content element. It's an image. Insert image. Upload. Select. Howard Lopez. This one. I know I'm kind of not recording fully on the bottom of my screen here, so you might get a little bit cut off. There's our image. Insert. The rest of these settings are fine. I'll hit save. I think it'll resize it automatically, so let's have a look. Let's view this page. It's not bad. The crop is kind of crappy because it's such a wide image, and I've got it at 1/3 only. So what I think I'll do, because I'm not happy with that, is I'll open up that image in Photoshop, which you might use Pixlr for, and I'll go like this. crop it in. Maybe crop it a little bit tighter there. Okay, crop one, just give it a quick name there, go back to the site, go here, insert image, upload, select, crop one. Alright. See how that looks now. A little better. I don't like this space in between, but I know that I'm using a really big monitor, so let me go in. It's still pretty crappy, so there's a couple problems here. One is there's some hard returns inside this text, which is causing the unusual wrapping. And then there's the fact that this image, so first I need to change the way that text is set up. So if I go here, visual, maybe that's okay. Alright, so maybe I need to get a little bit more high tech with this. I'm just not happy with the way that image is looking. Maybe because I have it on 1/3, so maybe I'll make this 1/2, and that'll give space for this to be 1/2. Now I'll update, see if that looks any better. This is obviously more of an aesthetic process at this point than a technical process. I'm just sort of fumbling along, trying to find something that looks nice. So here's my comment. It's looking better now. This is more of a standard screen size that I'm showing now. The image is a little bit big. I don't have a... Let me go to his current site and see if I can get his signature. It's kind of hokey. Alright, so let me get I'm going to create a signature because I'm not... having a signature is key to the layout of this page. I thought I could skip it, but I cannot. So I'm going to create just a quick signature file, and he can come back to me later and say, that's not my signature, I do not like it. And that's fine. Just send me your signature image, sir. So I'm just going to go through and grab a a scripty type font. Find one that can pass for a quasi signature. There's probably free websites online that may do a better job than this. Create free JPEG signature image file. Okay, here's a site that does it for free. Okay, so I get different choices here. I like that one. That's too common, that one's used all the time. Let's use this one. Font number 2. Next step. Select the size. Bigger is better. You can always make it smaller later. Background transparent. Yes. Next step. Slope changes. This is like full fraud. Next step. Click here to download the signature. Save link as. desktop. Oops. Click here to download. Downloading. Copy that. Paste. Now we'll open that in my Photoshop. Okay, put it on a white background, which is kind of stupid, but I think I'll deal with it. So, not ideal, but I will deal. So, I'm going to so I took out that, and I'm going to add another image thing right here. So I'll have the text and then an image underneath it. Insert image, upload, wham, bam, here we go. Bang, bang, bang. I'm going to take that, I'm going to rename this. Uploading. So it's there, it's centered. I won't do that. Save. Update. See how that looks? This is better. Now we're cooking. Now, you wanted this little. Here's what a few of them said about our services. You'll notice in the document he's got it, the signature coming before this phrase, but I'm taking creative license. I'm going to say, let's have this is what he's saying, and then let's put in the text underneath that represents. Oops, that's I'm sloppy. Put it right there. And now I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I think it's kind of cool. Now, so here's what I've done. So here's a comment. It's bigger, and I like bigger, but I don't love it. So the problem is, it's in the theme options. Let's see where it is in the theme options. General styling. So you probably won't get into this, but maybe you will. It's not that hard. This is using the Enfold theme, which I'm trying to use all the time now. So basically the issue is this thing, which is H2, turned it to black, and it turned it into uppercase, which I didn't like. So I go here, advanced styling. I want to change H2, edit element. The font color, I want it to be the same font color as this. So a way of finding out that font color, there's different ways you can figure that out, but I'll do it here. Main content. There's the main content font color. I'll grab that. I want H2 to be the same color. Don't care about this, but I want to take off the stupid thing. Okay, so well, I'll save that. Now that's going to fix the color issue, but it won't change the text transform issue. So I'll just do this one. You can watch. You can decide to turn your brain off if you want. I'm going to go into the code for a second. There it is right there. So I'm going to copy this. Copy. Basically this is the code explorer. This is the part of the code that's changing it to uppercase. So what I'm going to do is, here, I'll show you how I do this. That's the part that's highlighted. Let me get more space here. To confirm that I'm in the right part of the cake, I can go like this. Text transform none. There. So basically, now that I've confirmed, this is like a superficial, I'm not actually editing the page code. I'm just sort of pretending to edit the page code. And when I pretended to do it, I successfully made this lowercase. So now I'm just going to grab this, everything up to that dot there. There's a little dot near my clicker. Copy that, go here. Advanced styling. It's probably theme options, general styling. There it is, quick CSS, text transform none. Hit save, and now when I go back to the page for real, refresh it, and then it'll actually pull the real code up, and it successfully did what I wanted it to do. Now, ironically, I noticed that the client was missing the word said in there. Here's what a few of them have blank about our services. Well, that's not appropriate. Here's what a few of them have said about our services. You probably noticed that a while ago. I'm going to center that. I'm going to update this. Here's what, now, you might, so what I'm going to try and do now is just get this box to be equal in height to this area. Because you see, I don't like the fact that these things are different. Now, what I would say is, before I reduce the size of this image, I will make a judgment call that maybe I need to have a heading on this page, because it's kind of like he jumps right in and he says, my number one goal, blah, 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 blah. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a title there that said, the customer, my approach to customers, or customers receive a velvet glove, something hokey like that. Let's do it. Now, it's not in the document, but I think it's the right choice to make. So I'm going to put in a heading here of, maybe I'll use H2, although I should actually use H1. So our customers. My number one goal is to ensure that a client has the best possible experience with your services. Customer satisfaction. I'll just say this. Client can come back and wordsmith this. I'm just kind of putting this text in to help me finish the layout of the page and let the client get a feeling for what the heck I'm talking about. He can say, oh, I like the fact that you put a title on, but let's wordsmith it. And I'm like, great, you're not paying me to make a title, so you wordsmith it, I'll put it in. So there we go, customer satisfaction. So this is better. So then I've got this issue with the color. So let me go here, wham bam, thank you ma'am. I go to advanced styling. I'm going to change H1, edit element. The color is, hold on, we've got to grab that color again. Because I don't want to look up the color again, I'm going to grab it this way. A lot of different ways to grab color. That's the right color, I remember it. Save. I guess unfortunately it doesn't let me do the text transform in that same spot, so whoa, that didn't seem to save. That'll do it. I'll refresh over here. Now it's the correct color, but it's still going to uppercase, which I don't think is appropriate for this. So let me inspect the element. There it is. Entry content wrapper H1. Let's experiment. If I change this, if I can click on it, to none. That changes the text transform, so I'll grab this. I'm grabbing a little bit more than I need to, but that's not going to scare me. I'll go here to general styling. Take out this because it's unnecessary. Take out this. There you go, that should be right. Once that's saved, I'll go check the page. So that didn't quite do it. So why didn't that do it? Sometimes a code doesn't take, so you type important over it to make sure nothing else is getting in the way of it. That didn't work either, so I'll look at the code again and see what I'm doing wrong. Right here. Oh, maybe I never changed it to none. Oh, it should be working. Alright, I'll just copy the whole... Come on. Alright, maybe I need to grab the whole thing. Okay, so whatever, I guess I was wrong, but anyways, I got it done now. Customer satisfaction, I'd like to see that part centered. I think it's better, it might be a little more ballsy to say, what can customers expect? What can you expect? What can customers, clients expect? Something like that. And again, I'm not going to stay up all night wordsmithing it. For this particular engagement, I didn't write the copy myself. I'm just sort of making it a little bit better. Here's what a few of them said about our services there. So again, this image is great. It's just a little bit too big. Okay. So I'm going to copy the image as it's rendered on the page because that shows me the current size. Get rid of this. File new. Edit, transform, scale. Make it a little bit smaller. Alright. Save it for web. This one, give it a better name. Customer satisfaction. I'm giving the file name an image. I'm giving the file, the picture file, a file name that represents the essence of the page on which it sits. That's something that helps from a search engine performance perspective. Right now I called it crop 1. That was a sloppy thing that I wouldn't have let stand. I might actually do an image fade in on this one because he's sort of like a from right to left. Because this guy's sort of like a fancy pianist that makes you feel good for hiring him, kind of thing. So let's make people see it kind of came in there. What can my client? There you go. So that's a little bit better. I feel like there's a little bit too much space between this area and that area. So I'll see if I can fix that. I'll probably just make this image a little bit smaller. Sometimes you can put in negative space on these things. So I put the space block in. White space minus 100. So if I put in minus 100 space, maybe it'll pull things up a little bit. Ooh, I like that. See? Obviously minus 100 is a little bit too much, but that's faster than me editing the image externally. So let's make this maybe minus 80. There we go. There, that's better. Now I'll quickly check this site or page to see what it's going to look like on a cell phone. Looks good. That looks a little tight, obviously. So what I'm going to do is make that minus 80 less. It's too close, too tight. I'll make it minus 60. which may ruin the desktop view a little bit, but we're trying to please everyone here, so that's better. And if I make it more of a cell phone size, there we go. So I like the distance between that. You might argue that this text should be before this image, but I don't care about that on the cell phone view. Worry about the footer later. Okay, good. So I return now to the requirements document. I'm kind of old-fashioned. I like to highlight what I've done. Done this. Image of trio performing. Now, we just don't have images. So I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to... I like to highlight in red, meaning I've addressed it. I've looked at it, but I didn't do it for some reason. Then when I look at this document a couple days from now, I'll remember that I looked at it and just said, not enough images. Just going to make a little note there as to why I didn't do it. Contact info, same as landing page. So I'm going to leave this red for now so that I don't forget to come back to it. I haven't done the landing page, so I don't have the contact. I assume he wants like a strip at the bottom with like a call to action. Okay, so that's this page. So I've basically created this page. Oh, I haven't added this page to the main menu yet. So I'll go here, appearance menus. Let's add this new customers page to the main menu. I'm going to take off. I'm using like a demo menu is what I've started with here. So I'll get rid of all this stuff later, but for now I'm just trying to get the new item onto the main menu. These are all dummy items, but I'm not going to kill them off until I'm satisfied that I can't use them. For now, so there, now this customers page, I can go over to our story, which is kind of a bullshit page. In fact, it doesn't even work. That's kind of slow and stupid. It doesn't matter, it doesn't bother me. Customers page is the real page I've created. There he is. It looks beautiful. Okay, I might change this main text to black, but in any case. Okay, so this page is done. I'm going to stop this video and put them in chunks.